joys of traffic lights. Okay, good night. Oh, the bus up. Sorry.
Hi David, thank you.
Well folks, I'm going to have a quick look around at the garage. I'm not going to bother connecting the microphones in. I'll just do them without because I don't really need them in there, to be honest, if I'm being honest. And then I'll do a little live freeze going back into Glasgow. Just I'm rapidly running out of memory on my phone and running out of time as well for the last bus, so I need to get moving. That's the one we did the off-road tour on to start with. The other one that I finished the tour on, I think is still around the corner, Bob the Buggy Bus, because that's P578 DMS and DL656R over there. The Mackey's B7 over there, SL54 OSL. That's LX51 FOF Trident, ex-London I believe. I was going to turn this stream off and start another one for this, but I thought, what's the point? What pointless. That's Bob the Buggy Bus there that I was talking about. Y182BGB. I'll be uploading all that footage when I get home tonight. I'll need to actually put my phone in charge before I can do that though. SGD 500 over there. I'm not sure what the Kelvin one is, but hopefully we'll find out in just a moment. B105 PKA coming along. Midland Scottish Metro MCW. like what he's got in the front there. Sorry I'm late, I was making a TikTok. Right, we'll make this quick. That's SF13FMO. Vanil Stromiga. Ex-London Sleeper, that one. Leyland Leopard here, RMS 400W. That's the Volvo City Bus. B177 BFS, FFS. Would love to go a trip in that sometime, but I think it's undergoing restoration at the moment. VMP 10G. That's Leyland Tiger. Ex-Citylink. What year is that one? It's a D-Reg, D718 FES. Tells you there. D500NYS. That one is the Dupol 425. 425. Not really familiar with Dupols, if I'm being honest. VSB 164M. Ex-West Coast Motors. That's the Bedford YRT. With the Blackstone bodywork. Leopard GCS 69V. Another one undergoing restoration. A couple of fire engines there. NHS 196. PUS 920F. EMS 362V here. Ex-Midland Bluebird. Another Dupol C3 C302 GNS. I think that's undergoing restoration. Ex-First Aberdeen X771 NSO X133. Another Leopard BSG 537L. I apologise, I'm making this really quick, but I've got to get that bus back into the city centre or else I'm walking it. RSC 194Y. X5 Scottish. CSF, another Leopard 160W. Vanil Volvo Elsa. PSTRI 825R. Recovery truck here. WSD 756K. That's another Leopard. That's been converted into a breakdown truck. Volvo Olympian M847D US. Leyland Olympian L201 UNS. AC Reliant Routemaster CUV 121C. Some of the older ones I do get them mixed up a little bit. AEC NMS 358. Albion Ventura GSU 378. Ex-Sydney's that one actually. Caray mate. GUS 926. Another Leopard HGA 983D. An Albion FYA 854. Another Albion here, GMS 452E. Actually travelled on that one. What else have we got here? FFV 447D and AEC. And Western SCS 335M. Now let's see what we've got over here. Another one I've travelled on in the past, I remember. XFF586P. I'm not sure if I got it on YouTube or not though. 198 CUS on the AEC. I would take that to Lochgilphead. I've got more out here. I need to find the bin, so I need the juice can in my bag. And I need to get rid of it. XSS43Y Leopard. I like the Leopards around here. I can see why, they're beautiful buses. Lovely. Now, there's a few over here that are currently undergoing restoration. Unfortunately, we're not allowed in there, but we can go up to the fenced off bit and I can read out the number plates to you. There's a National in there. Don't know the reg number, unfortunately, it's been removed. Can't quite make out what that says from here. think it says GSX 177T. GM6384 sitting there, beside that WSK 509. Volvo B10M R526 VSE Rapid. Yeah, they're going through a lot of restoration there. I'm not sure what that one is, but this looks like a mobile learning centre. RSD 973R sitting next to G571 PNS. I remember a little minibus like that one used to take me to college back in the day when I was a kid. And that's one of the machines that they use for jump starting the bus should its batteries go flat for whatever reason. NRG26H, and I'm not sure what that coach is over there. It's a Leyland of some type, but I'm not sure the reg number because it's been removed. Anyway, got Metro MCW I spotted over there in the corner. B105 PKS and B100 PKS. I'm hoping to get a little trip on B100 at some point. Kelvin Scottish. Oh, sorry. I didn't realise I was in somebody's way there. And that's one I was hoping to get on today, but didn't unfortunately. B892 UAS. Hopefully maybe next month or at some point, maybe on the open weekend I'll get a trip on that. We'll go back inside now, I think. And we'll go back inside and we'll see what's down the other side. That's SSA5X just pulled up. This is a lot faster doing it this way than doing it the way I did when I was taking pictures. I'm not making a stills video today. I did take a few stills, but not enough to warrant doing a video. So if you want to follow me on social media, then I'll put a link below after the stream, and I'll put them up on the post as well. Once I get some power into this phone, I might do the energize up on your routine on it. Well, that's been one hell of a fast day. Very enjoyable at that. BUS 181 there. NDL 375G. A Volvo Mark III B10M. National Express F23HGG. A junk here, B10M K62B8X. Another Leopard, XGM 450L. Over there we've got another Leyland. It looks like a Ventura WJ2373. Correct me if I'm wrong. Another Volvo B10M E158XHS. Would love to have a go on that one sometime. J11 SKY, vanilla body Volvo, and E14. Oh yes please, I'll take that. Daimler SMS 120P and DMS 130. That's WFS 145W on that one. I think we've got a video of that one on the channel. A couple of lorries there. WTS 276T there, Volvo Elsa. I had 263T on up at the Adventure Day in Fife a few weeks ago. A couple of vehicles over there that are going through restoration. Unfortunately we can't get over there to see them, we're not allowed. TVS 367, low decker HGM 346E, VMP 8G there. Over here, CUS 302X, Volvo Citybus G545 RDS. Travelled on that one a few times. In fact, I've been on 302 as well, actually. RDS 597W. Don't remember being on that one. It's advertising Simple Minds, as if I could say, don't you forget about me. Dear, 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 Galavanta, that's a bad joke. RAG 411 over there, MSD 407 with X City Sightseeing P491 MBY. I thought that one might have been out today, but it wasn't. Not that I know of anyway. XUS 575S, another one I've travelled on, and one that I finally caught last year, and I've been waiting for a while for it, Volvo Elsa A735 PSU. Carrying on down here, we have JUS 774N, JGA 189N, both Leyland Atlanteans, Volvo Elsa Triple G 300N, another Atlantean HGD 903L, Leyland Atlantean GYS 896D, and another one FYS 998. A couple of older coaches over there, well one anyway, YFO 127, Tenant's Lager lorry, KWD 625, and Giant B with a Volvo Evora, going to a wedding by the looks of it. It's a funny place for a wedding, isn't it? SI24 HWA. Now, I can briefly show you what's around here, because there's one or two more before we have to get the bus back into town, which I will live stream for you on a different stream to this one, because it'll probably be a different vehicle. Scania Solar SF04 HXX, Mercedes M396 KVR, Volvo Eclipse SF06 GZL. I'm not sure what the training vehicle is in the corner, but Opter H3 FBT. It's Leyland Olympian, it's C177 VSF. West Coast Motors, Bedford. What's this one? FSL 615W. Volvo B10 N940GG, and Gemini over there, currently being restored. So that's how it looks here today, I'm afraid. I'll do another little live just shortly where we're heading back into town, okay? So I'll talk to you in a little bit.